Hey, Kenny McCormick. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. How are you doing? Happy Friday. We're going to just do a little sketchy sketch on a cover here. Welcome in, Wilk. Welcome in, Matt. Welcome in, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this sketch cover. Might be my first one, might be my only one for tonight. We'll have to see how the evening goes. See how long it takes me. This was a request. Hey, Jayhawk. How are you? Welcome in. Happy Friday. Hope everyone is having an awesome day. And I hope everyone has really fun weekend plans. Welcome in, JX. Welcome in, 23. Welcome in, Mix-a-Lot. Welcome in, Kylo. Welcome in, anybody who I might have missed. Tonight is a sketch cover show, starting with this Edenwood, which was a request. Hey, I'm good, Jayhawk. Thanks for asking. I hope you got some fun stuff lined up for this weekend. But the first cover up on the drawing table tonight is actually a request for the owner of my local comic shop, Berserk Comics, here in Port St. Lucie. That's where I will be on Free Comic Book Day next week to do some sketching and some hanging out. So he had this request for a Manatee Archangel. Welcome, Dew. Welcome, Mac. Welcome, Ath. Sorry, I'm stretching to look at my computer, and sometimes my eyes go a little wonky when I'm looking at names. So I apologize if I butchered anyone's there. If I'm not drawing superhero type stuff, I do tend to draw a lot of manatees, and so he requested kind of a manatee mashup. The manatee, of course, is my spirit animal. If I were in the world of Harry Potter, it would probably also be my Patronus. So what's new and exciting in the chat today? What have y'all got going on? In addition to getting ready for this stream, I've also been getting stuff ready for next Saturday's Star Wars show. So after I spend the morning at my local comic shop here in person, I have a Star Wars show scheduled in the evening next week from Saturday. Be sure and bookmark that if you haven't already. I think I've got some fun stuff lined up. I'm gonna try to maybe do a couple giveaways during the show. We'll see how it goes. So bookmark it, share it, tell all your friends. Come on out and let's have a Star Wars good time next week. And for right now, you're doing a manatee as Archangel from the X-Men and X Factor and all those. We're doing that on an Edenwood blank cover. Because why not? Why the heck not? Welcome, Crimson. Welcome, Rev. Welcome, welcome, Iraq. Sorry, my eyes just do not like to look at my computer screen off to the side right now. I know I could probably peek up at my phone as well, but that's kind of above me. So just welcome in, everybody. Apologies if I have butchered names. I also, in addition to that Star Wars show I mentioned that's going on next week, I have a couple lined up next week that are sort of my road to free comic book day shows. Those will probably just be a mix of drawings. Sometimes I do sticky note shows, sometimes I do sketch cover shows. Those might be a little bit of a hodgepodge as I'm finalizing some inventory and getting some stuff ready for free comic book day. Who knows? Who knows what we'll draw on those shows? So tune in, hang out. We'll just have fun with it. Welcome in, Broman. Welcome in, AJ. Welcome in, Linda. Welcome in anyone I may have missed. I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out for a little bit this evening. Considering it's a Friday night and y'all may have more fun things to do, I appreciate you giving me a couple minutes here or there. I don't know if John will pop into the stream. I was trying to get him squared away with Whatnot, or at least help him a little bit a day or so ago, but the app was having some issues on his device. But hopefully, maybe he can pop in. He'll see some of the work he's requested. Otherwise, I will send him a copy afterwards. Welcome in, Jeeper. Welcome in, Dr. Beals. Appreciate you and appreciate everybody who is hanging out this evening. I'm also simulcasting onto YouTube, so if anybody happens to be watching over there, appreciate it. taking a little bit of liberty there on the suit, but you know what? He's a manatee. He had to adjust it a little bit. Welcome in, Ugly. Welcome in, all that. Thanks you all for stopping by. If anybody's new to my shows, my name's Chris, and I like to draw every so often. Sometimes we draw on sticky notes. Sometimes we draw on sketch covers. Who knows what else we'll draw on in the not so distant future. If anybody's interested, I do have a handful of sketch covers preloaded in the shop of some things that I've already drawn. In fact, I found a couple of additional ones yesterday that I went and added today. I actually thought that I had sold them because I couldn't find them initially, but they were still here. So you see something you like, it could be yours. Or it'll at least give you kind of an idea as to what I do. Okay, where... Welcome in, Rock. Appreciate you stopping by. How is your Friday evening going so far? Okay, so random impromptu poll of the group. Maybe I could add this as a poll, but we'll just ask it out loud. So when I was talking to John about this commission idea, John is the owner of my local comic shop. We both sort of came to the realization that we, because of where we entered into comics, we both knew Archangel before we knew Angel from X-Men. Just curious, anybody else? Was that a similar observation from anybody, or were you all aware of the Angel character before the Warren Worthington Angel character before he became Archangel? If anybody even knows what I'm talking about. I always liked Archangel. I thought it was a cool character design. I was a big Whilce Portacio fan and just really liked how he drew the character. Yeah, I dug it. Welcome in, Fire Serpent. How are you doing this evening? Welcome in, Vintage Peasant. Appreciate you stopping by. Welcome in, Sketchy. Thank you for tuning in for a minute. A minute or two or three, or stay as long as you like. I'm just hanging out tonight, drawing a manatee as Archangel. Because why not? Also, it is at the request of my LCS owner, my local comic shop owner. I'll be hanging out at his shop next Saturday, for Free Comic Book Day. So I'm going to try to get this done for him. Cool. Yeah, no worries, Sketchy. We'll be here. Be here for a little while. Welcome in, Tainted. Hope you're having a good Friday. Appreciate you popping in for a few minutes, or a few seconds, or the whole thing, or whatever you like. Welcome in, Spider Fan. You're a Spider fan. I'm a Manatee fan. Let me be right back. All right. Welcome in, Justin. Justin McKenzie Art. Welcome in. What type of art do you like to do? And the follow-up to that will be, do you do it here on Whatnot? I'm guessing you maybe the answer is yes, but you never know. Anybody's watching over on YouTube, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you watching there as well. I am simulcasting on Whatnot to YouTube at the moment. I am admittedly will be more engaged on the Whatnot side of things, at least during the live stream. And also, so if you're interested, please hop on over. You can feel free to hop on over. You can even, I have a link there too that you can sign up and you'll get a credit, all that good stuff. Plus, if you're over here on Whatnot, you might have a chance to pick up some original art if you're so inclined. If not, I'll just come hang out. It'll be fun. It'll be fun, they said. I've got to say, I show my age a little bit, but I collected comics pretty extensively during the late 80s and 90s. The 90s, of course, sort of became infamous for some of the different covers and special editions and different types of books and things like that. To an extent, we see a lot of the variants and things these days. I think it's different though. It's not exactly like what we saw in the 90s, but I will say one of my favorite things are these blank sketch covers. I don't know. I mean, I love drawing on them, for starters, but I can imagine too they'd be a lot of fun to take to shows and get commissions on. Welcome in, Lee. Welcome in, Gotham. Appreciate y'all stopping by. In addition to tonight's sketchbook show, I have a couple lined up next week that are going to be sort of wild card shows as I get ready for Free Comic Book Day a week from Saturday. I have a couple of shows where I will be just kind of getting inventory ready for that. So I'll be probably drawing some sketch covers, probably drawing some sticky notes, probably be drawing some other just 9x12s and things. Who knows? I got a lot that I'd like to do. We'll see what I can actually accomplish. Y'all are more than welcome to come hang out and watch the process, watch me screw up some stuff if maybe, um, pick up a commission or something along the way. I will be doing. I'm gonna do a giveaway, at least one giveaway during the Star Wars show. The Star Wars show will be on May 4th. I may, however, just to try out that process, I might try to do one during an earlier show. We'll see. I'm very, very up in the air on a lot of things, but I have a lot of ideas in my head. All right, what's everybody doing this weekend? I want to hear some exciting weekend plans because I don't have any currently. Maybe. Do I? I don't know. My wife typically plans things. She's better at planning things than I am, so I don't know if we have anything going on. Just erased a bunch of pencils and now I'm adding a few more. I figured I have an idea and I want to make sure it actually works. Oh, yeah, and I need to do that still too. Don't mind me. I just talk to myself while I work. Is anybody in the chat? Are you all doing anything for free comic book day in your areas? What do you have going on? Welcome in, Pisces. Hope you're having a good Friday night. Welcome in, Bob the Tomato. If you feel like you've missed anything so far, don't worry. There's plenty of time to catch up. Sorry. Couldn't help myself, even though I should have better self-control on that kind of stuff anymore, but I'm sure you've probably never heard that or some version of that, right? Actually, you know what? This will be a slightly different pattern here. Because these wings are sort of... Yeah, we'll try that out. Oh, you sent an offer on Two-Face and Riddler. Let me see. Okay, Bob, let me take a look, see if I can find it. It's didn't pop up unless it's on my phone. Oh, it did. Okay, it's better on my phone than the computer. Let me take a peek. So, I'm going to send you a counter back. See, let me know if that's all right. Oops. All right, hopefully that came through. If you're interested or not, I mean, I'll try to meet you in the middle on that one if you're up for it. And if not, no worries. But I appreciate you checking out the shop. I actually like that that Two-Face and Riddler one. Two-Face is probably one of my favorite Batman Rogues Gallery members. What is it saying that the shipping is for you? I'm not. I can look into it. I'm not sure if I can do that while the show's going, but I tried measuring out the shipping and doing them fairly exact. So I'm not sure how much more I can do on that. I'll take a look at the shipping stuff after the show though for sure and just see if that profile how that's set up. But I am curious now, what was it saying the shipping would be to your location, Bob? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, there I see it. Sorry, I didn't see you had already answered. Let me move this back. Hmm. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can take a look at it here on this end. I feel like my gray marker here is starting to run light, so I just want to see if I can finish up this wing first. Hold on for a second, everybody. I'm going to try to look at one of my items here and see what it looks like for Bob as far as shipping goes. Welcome in, Daniel. Or J Daniel. Appreciate you stopping by. Sketch cover. Shipping profile. You know what, Bob? If you want, go ahead and send that original offer over. I'll just go ahead and accept that. I'm not sure what I can do about the shipping at this point, but I will. I'll accept that one for you because I think you'll give it a good home. maybe we lost Bob. All right. Well, if Bob pops back in, we'll try to get that situated. In the meantime, we will continue working on this. Hello on YouTube. I see looks like a couple folks maybe have popped in over there. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. Well, I hope everybody's having a fun Friday. I think drawing's fun. Is this thing on? Was it something I said? blue for that. Where do I have down here? Welcome in, Daryl. Appreciate you stopping by this evening. Hope you're having a good Friday. Welcome in, Joe. Welcome in anybody I might have missed. Appreciate you stopping by. Welcome in, Rodney. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you're having a good evening. Welcome in, Brody's Comics. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. Let me try something else there. So what is everybody up to this weekend? Any fun plans? Any cool art related or comics related endeavors? What y'all got going on? Welcome in, Ninja. And anybody else I may have missed, welcome, welcome, welcome. Your eyes do not deceive you. I am working on a manatee as Archangel. Thanks, Ninja. Appreciate it. Yep, I am just working on a sketch cover tonight for the owner of my local comic shop, John. He owns Berserk Comics here in Port St. Lucie. He just took the store over from previous ownership. I'm getting ready to go out there and hang out for Free Comic Book Day and do some drawing and maybe give out a few sketches, that kind of a thing. So he asked if I would do a manatee as Archangel. If I'm not drawing superhero-y type stuff, I tend to be drawing a lot of manatees. So I said, sure, why not? So I'm just working on his cover tonight. See how it comes along. And enjoying hanging out with cool people like you all at the same time. I do have a handful of sketch covers that I've already drawn, preloaded into the shop. So if anybody is interested, you can either take a look, see this type of stuff that I have already done, or if you see anything you like, it could be yours. Welcome in, SJ. Welcome in, Tommy. Appreciate y'all stopping by. getting back into comic drawing, any recommendations for a beginner? Well, I still feel like I'm a bit of that myself. I go in and out of comic drawing for so much. I mean, it probably sounds a little cliche at this point, but just you just got to kind of keep drawing. Um, what um, what type of, you say comics drawing? What type of comics drawing are you specifically looking at? Like, are you looking at the traditional comics? Are you drawing your own stories? Are you looking to submit for other people to draw? Are you drawing digitally? Are you drawing traditionally? Um, Honestly, I think probably my biggest advice would be just draw, draw, draw. And so Wolverine, Deadpool. So you're looking at Marvel style. Okay. I would say, well, there's tons of reference out there that you can use to work off of, and of course, there's some of those classic books like How to Draw the Marvel Style. There's a lot of artists at the pro level that are doing streams on YouTube in different places, so you could always kind of take a look at those and maybe pick up some tips and tricks along the way there. Um, I had a thought and then I just lost it. Oh, I guess one of the things I would suggest is, when people like to draw Wolverine and Deadpool, they really like to draw Wolverine and Deadpool, myself included. I should probably do this. It's important to really be able to draw the other things in the scene, though. The things to help really sell the realism or the reality of it. So that could be, vehicles. That could just be room settings. That could be little details, things like that. So that would probably be a piece of advice, is to not just practice on the characters, but practice on like the worlds that they inhabit. You have the original Stan Lee guide and Buscemi. Okay, yeah, well that's a great reference then. Definitely, uh, uh, go through that and work through some of those things. But yeah, just have fun too. I mean, this stuff is fun. It should be fun. What's your overall goal? So do you want to draw like for Marvel, or do you have your own like stories and characters that you eventually want to explore? Hey, Bob, welcome back. Hey, I think you had ducked out before, but I was going to say, if you want to go ahead and send that original offer back, if you're still interested, feel free. I'll go ahead and accept that. I'm not sure what's going on with the shipping. I'll have to remeasure everything and just see what. Just double check my measurements and stuff afterwards. So you want to be able to tell your story. Yeah, no, that's awesome. That is super important. I think my advice too, in addition to working on the art, is really working on all of the ways that you can own and control your work. So things like getting your own website, or at least your own social media handles that are relevant to your characters and your story. Start thinking about some of that type of stuff so that you can really control your own destiny in a way. So much of this whole art experiment these days, for folks that are finding any modicum of success, it's becoming very entrepreneurial. So it doesn't, and as much as the fun stuff is the art, right? But an important step in all that is also learning some of the business side of things, so that you can control those down the line. I don't know if that makes any sense. Me trying to draw and talk, sometimes it's a little tricky. And good luck. Are you set up here on Whatnot? Are you going to be drawing on streams here? If so, I'll check you out. Or do you have any other places that you share your work currently? Feel free to leave those in the chat. I'll look them up after the show. Yeah, anytime, Ninja. I appreciate it. Thanks for the question. Okay, cool. Yeah, this Whatnot experiment has been fun from my side of things. I'm about a month old into it, but there's a lot of really talented artists on Whatnot, and it's been fun. You know, I'm gonna draw anyway, so setting up my phone and streaming through Whatnot while I do it has just become like an added little bit of enjoyment. And you know, occasionally I might sell a piece, and that would be fun too. Well, good luck. I am still, like I say, very new myself, but feel free to message me if you have any questions. If it's something I can help you with, I'm happy to. And if I don't know, I will tell you that as well. Not sure I'm really digging these wing blades, how they came out, but I'm liking a lot of the other stuff. Welcome in, the one who knocks. Appreciate you stopping in. That is my dog Luna in the background, if you all can hear her barking. I think she heard a car outside. And she is letting me know. So you said you're getting back into comic drawing. So what took you away from it, and like what else do you do outside of all this? Like what took you away? What's bringing you back in right now? Oh wow. Yeah. No, I understand the whole life thing for sure. It tends to it's never a straight path. It always kind of takes you places that you might not have been expecting. Sorry to hear about your close call. Hopefully everything's okay there. But hey, it's cool that you are getting back into comics and getting back into art. Do you write your own stuff too then? Welcome back, Sketchy. Not yet. Okay, no worries. I was just thinking out loud. That would be probably another thing I would recommend if you're getting back into it, is thinking about, and you want to control your own story, do your own stories and stuff, is maybe think about or look into some basic like writing um, tutorials and lessons and things like that. You know what I'd recommend too? I don't know if you're a podcast person, but listen to Comic Lab podcast. There are a couple of web cartoonists, Dave Kellett and Brad Geiger. They have been successfully doing independent web cartooning for quite a while now, and their podcast is always a lot of fun. They always share a lot of good information just about not only cartooning, but about the business side of cartooning. So, what I mentioned earlier about kind of owning and controlling your own destiny in that sense, they talk a lot about that. Plus, they're just a lot of fun to listen to. So, it's called Comic Lab Podcast. Um, I'd say, you can give that a listen, and that might give you some good information as well. So, who's still in the chat tonight, and where's everybody from? I am based in Southeast Florida. Providence, Rhode Island. Nice. Well, I hope everything is going well in Providence right now. Oh, your main bridge is pretty much down. Holy cow. Yikes. Well, I am sorry to hear that. Hopefully it's back up and running as soon as possible. So how are you managing for now then if it's down, and hopefully you have some alternative transport or alternative ways around, I hope. Oh, okay. All righty. Well, there you go. That's something at least. So Ninja, did you say you just got your whatnot set up today, or has it been a little bit? And then my follow up to that is, have you gotten to check out any of the other artists on the platform? Nuded scene. So how long have I been drawing? Well, off and on since I was a little kid, which I think is probably, the popular answer among artists is as early as I could pick up a pen. That was true for me, except that, like you mentioned, life kind of changed paths along the way. So I haven't been doing it consistently or professionally for all my life, but trying to get back more into it for sure. I did a web comic, an independently produced web comic for about a year or so, featuring a manatee and some of its friends. Hence my affinity for drawing cartoon manatees. Um, but aside from that, haven't just kind of off and on as I'm able. Sorry, I'm losing my brain. Can't think sometimes here. Now I say that, but as I've gone down different roads in life, I've always tried to keep some form of creativity in my life. So like my career has included stops as a photojournalist, as a graphic designer. Most recently, well, a big chunk of my career has been content creation and social media, which has allowed me to kind of do video creation, photography, things like that, which have helped me, you know, continue to think about things like composition, work under a variety of deadlines, all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm still trying to keep creativity in my world, even if I haven't always been drawing. Plus, I'm a bit of a scatterbrain, so I'm kind of all over the place, idea wise, interest wise, that kind of thing. Welcome in, Dylan Draws. Welcome in, Sandman. So, Dylan, what do you draw? Yeah, in a lot of my attempts at a creative career, I studied animation in college, thinking that at some point I might have done like the Pixar route. Oh, thanks, Ninja. I appreciate that. And at a lot of stops along the way, people emphasize kind of focusing, like really specializing in a certain thing. Like with photography, for a long time it was, oh, you got to specialize in weddings or specialize in headshots or whatever. In animation, it was specialize in this or that or the other. My brain has never quite worked that way. I'm kind of all over the map, which I feel like has helped me in the career I've ended up in. But Wolverine is fun to draw, though. I appreciate you taking a look at the shop and looking at some of the work there. I did a sticky note show the other night after the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer was out. I did a show where we just drew Wolverine and Deadpool and for the evening. Some of those are still in the shop. Some of those got picked up during the stream. It was a lot of fun. I will say I enjoy drawing Wolverine, but his claws still give me a little trouble sometimes. He went as a character. He went through that phase in the comics where they stripped him of the adamantium, and so the claws became more of a like bony, jagged form. So I always feel like whenever I'm drawing his claws, those are the types of claws that I'm drawing. Mine look like the Hulk with claws. Yours looks like the Hulk with claws right now. Yeah, it happens. That's how we learn, though. We gotta draw and keep drawing, and ideally, we improve each time. But another thing in that is your style will develop as you draw more and more. That's the fun thing about an artistic path or career or hobby or whatever we call this thing. With art, you can take liberties. You can define your own style, or your style can be defined more like as you draw on your own. They don't all have to look the same. Welcome in, Garage. Welcome in, Arson. And anybody I might have missed. If you're over on YouTube watching, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate everybody who's hanging out for a little while. I'm working on a manatee that is also the X-Men's Archangel on a blank Edenwood cover. Because why the heck not? Plus, this was a request from my local comic shop owner. And I thought, yeah, it's kind of wild. It's kind of a cool idea. Let's go have some fun with it. Oh, hey, Garage. Thanks. Appreciate that. So honestly, my mix of markers, like right now, this one that I have is just a straight on Artist Loft, which I believe is the Michaels generic brand. I have an eclectic collection of markers because, quite frankly, I've just kind of picked up whatever has been on sale. You know, I'm on a budget, like pretty much everybody. So I have an eclectic mix. I have some Copics. I have these Artist Lofts. I have some of these Tombos that I'll work into the mix. Yeah, it's a wild, inconsistent collection that I have here. That concept might make some people cringe. Hell, it makes me cringe sometimes too. But I mean, we got to work with the tools we have, right? So this is what I've got right now. For the most part, I am trying to stay with alcohol markers. Now I say that and I'm thinking to myself, are these all alcohol markers? But alcohol markers are what I tend to try to stay in. So within that, then there's some different types to play with. So are you also an artist in Garage? And if so, what do you like to draw? And what do you use? Hey, Beardy's in the house. How are you, Beardy? I am assuming this is John who has requested this piece, or there is just somebody else in the chat with a similar screen name. But welcome. Having some fun. I bet. You have a long day at the shop? It's probably a silly question. Well, sit back, relax, watch as I butcher this cover request that you had. I'm trying to work in the yellow electricity that you mentioned. I've been telling everybody, you know, here I am on a Friday night, just drawing Manatee as Archangel on a cover of Edenwood, because why the heck not? For those of you still in the room, this was Beardy's idea. Somebody wanted to hang out at the shop for an hour. You know, that actually sounds pretty awesome. He's flying to Edenwood, obviously. Yeah. There you go. You got it. You know what's up. Ah. Oh, this marker is about shot. Let's see if I can get a little bit out of it. There we go. All right. What am I looking for? That's the same shade. That's not going to work. Now, Garage, I believe it was Garage, you asked me about my markers earlier. This is one of the dilemmas when I have such an eclectic mix of markers, is now I'm trying to find something that I can add into this yellow, and I'm sort of drawing a blank because I need to replenish a few colors. So good and bad with the whole eclectic mix of markers that I just described. Now this color, okay, so I'm going to let you all in on a little bit of my thought process here. This color that I just decided to add is not doing what I wanted it to. So I'm not going to, although it does kind of look like the Edenwood brown a little bit. So I'm not going to stick with it too long, but I can't just leave one spot either. I've got to make it look like this was by design, you know, because I meant for this to be here. So I'll just add a couple of little marks around just to kind of make that look purposeful. And then what I might do is I'll just run this one over it a little bit. Although, for those playing along at home who have been paying attention, you might remember that this marker that I just picked up is the one that I also just complained was running out of color. John, run away. I'm messing up your picture. Don't look. Nah, it'll be good. It'll be good. We're not done yet. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. You are too kind. Okay. I'm gonna run away from the electricity for a minute. As long as I don't mess up that sweet blue and pink color scheme for the costume. That is actually what I'm going to next. Yes, we're going to start to do some of that. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Just lost all my reference though. Let me. Yeah, that Archangel costume is wild. I dig it. Just need to make sure I have the right colors, or it'll be the shortest offensive. Okay. All right, everybody quiet. I got to focus on these small areas. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I might have to go take my pup outside for a minute. So hold tight, sit tight. I'm gonna finish up this little section here, and then let me go let her out because she is making some noise in the background, and I don't know if you can hear her or not, but I certainly can. Okay, hang tight with me, folks. I am gonna run my pup outside, and then I'll be right back. All right. What did I miss? Oh, I will. You know what? I just got her back outside, right back in the other room here. I'll have to show her off another day because right now the way I've got this set up, it's I don't know. My art room is really a mess too, so I'm kind of avoiding anything that might show off parts of that. Plus, she's a little crazy right now. My daughter just got home, and so that's why she was all excited. She wanted to go outside and meet her in the yard before she came in. Welcome in, everybody. If there's anybody that I've missed this evening, I appreciate you stopping in. We're making progress on this one. Probably have it wrapped up here in a little bit. This will probably be the only one that I actually work on this evening. You know me, I will just kind of wing these shows sometimes and figure out how long I hang on. But I'm probably gonna call it a night after I put the finishing touches on this one. But as I was mentioning earlier to anybody who might still be around, I have a few shows lined up throughout the week. A couple that are sort of wild card shows. There's no telling what I'll be drawing because those are going to be shows as we get ready for Free Comic Book Day. And of course, John, who is in the chat, he owns Berserk Comics here in Port St. Lucie, Florida. And I will be out there on the May 4th, Saturday, May 4th, from about 10 a.m. to 2, in case anybody is in this area or around this area. So I'll be there hanging out, doing some drawing, that kind of a thing. And then Saturday night, I'll have another Whatnot here for Star Wars Day. We'll be doing some Star Wars art. That should be a fun one. We'll have some giveaways for that show, or at least one giveaway. I've got to work out that system and figure out what I've got to give up. But we'll have some fun. Hi, John. Everybody? John, everybody. All right. Hey, Ninja's still hanging out. Thanks for sticking with us. I appreciate it. Sometimes I tell people you got to hang out and watch till the end because it might be a disaster. You don't really know what's going to happen. And this pink, I'm gonna go over this with another shade. Oh, I can totally see that happening. But as someone wise once said, they could just be happy little accidents. Welcome in, Cruel. Appreciate you stopping by this evening. Nice thing about these markers, a lot of them, most of them have the brush end and then the chisel end. I tend to work more in the brush end, but if you were watching earlier as I did some of these wing shades, you could see that the chisel end comes in really handy for stuff like that. So, markers. Here we go. Welcome in, Nemo. Anyone else who I may have missed? Thanks for hopping in and hanging out for a little bit. John, what are you thinking? Does this look all right to you, sir? Nice, thanks. In that case, I think I'm getting close. I know that Archangel typically has a little shade on his face. I'm kind of leaning away from doing that on this one, but I think I still want to try to do something else with the electricity. I'm just looking to see what do I have that I can do with that. Yeah, I know Archangel usually has that light blue face. I'm just I'm not confident in the colors that I currently have on hand. That I don't know if it would really do it justice. So I'm thinking I'll just leave his face as is, just to look like it's, peeking out from the costume. I'm looking around because I thought I had another set of markers here, but no, I don't really. Ooh, wait. I think I just found another set of things that I can use. However, I don't know. Well, maybe I can do a little bit here. It's a different enough shade. I'll just give them little touches here, so you have the hint of blue. Now, here's the problem. Now, when I start something like this, I never really know when to stop. Oh, cool. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. And now, let's see. I think with this second set of brush pens I just found, maybe I can do some more with the electricity. For those keeping score at home, this is now what, my fifth or sixth different type of pen that I've busted out for this. That's what I mean. I have an eclectic, very eclectic collection. Some are things that I've been gifted. Some are just things that I have found on discount somewhere. And you just kind of have to use what you got. And I think that's probably going to do it. Tropic Desire sounds sexy. Oh, John. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Ninja. So this is the final Edenwood cover with our friendly manatee as Archangel. So I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping up the stream. Unless anybody has any final thoughts, any final questions, comments. If anybody wants to make comments about the Tropic Desire brand of pen again, I think that's more of like a watercolor marker. But I don't know. I just have stuff and I just try to use them as best I can. The Gentleman's Club. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now we're getting out of hand. All right. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate y'all hanging out and watching as I put together this Edenwood cover for John. Bookmark one of the upcoming shows. We got a few more coming up. And yeah, we'll have some more fun. All right. Thanks, everybody. Hey, no problem, John. Thank you. Thank you. I'll try to bring it by. Maybe I can bring it by tomorrow. See how the day goes. But all right, absolutely. Thanks for hanging out, Ninja. Appreciate it. Good luck to you. Good luck on your art. Can't wait to see you streaming some stuff. And I'll see you guys next time.